All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us for our 2020 award ceremony. We're going to be working virtually today for our first virtual award ceremony. Just a few quick housekeeping notes. First, everyone will be placed on mute throughout the call. If you are a recipient of an award, you will be marked as a panelist. What that will allow you to do is it will allow you to unmute yourself when it's time to accept your award. If you'd like to share your video, you can do that as well. I'll be kind of monitoring the panelists over the course of this session to be sure that we're on mute where we need to be just to avoid any unnecessary background noise. We're really grateful to have all of our attendees, their family, friends, and colleagues here with us today. We are going to be recording this session, so we will have it and we will be able to post that and share it with you. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Shirley Ellis. Ms. Shirley.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending ICC Learn Live and this special awards event. I'm Shirley Ellis, and I'm a member of the International Code Council Board of Directors. And this year, it's been an honor for me to serve as the chairman of the awards committee. Each year, the Code Council recognizes outstanding service and commitment and accomplishments through our awards program. This year looks a little different than years past, but I'm proud of the work we have done to keep our spirits high and continue to celebrate our accomplishments during this challenging year. On behalf of the awards committee, I present today's awards. Before moving forward with the program, I'd like to thank the rest of the award committee for their work this year to keep everything moving virtually. Serving with me on the awards committee are directors Mike Boso, Ron Hampton, Tom Peterson, Mike Savage, and Jim Sayers. Thank you all for your service. Now let's get started. The ICC Raising the Profile Award recognizes an individual or an organization for acts or contributions that raise the public awareness of accomplishments by code personnel that improve public safety in the built environment. The 2020 Raising the Profile Award goes to Joel Dramas, Building Code Administrator for the City of Port St. Lucie, Florida. Joel is respected in his community as an extraordinary leader who is dedicated to his profession and community. He is continually trying to better himself and the department by running an efficient and professional department that maintains a high standard for customer service. Please join me in congratulating Joel Dramas.
Thank you, Shirley, and I'd like to thank the International Code Council as well as the awards committee for selecting me for this award. It was a shock, and I'm very pleased to receive it. You know, one of the critical components of the success of our industry, I believe, is the continued recognition of individuals and organizations by organizations like the International Code Council. I credit my staff for carrying out the ideas and concepts that I've put forth over the years. Also my city leaders for the encouragement and for the latitude to advance the ideas and the validation and support from the International Accreditation Service. We have a motto here, and our motto is that it's built on a good foundation, and certainly anyone that studies building codes and engineering knows that good building has to have a good foundation, and that's the motto for our department. Our foundation is built on a history of respect for our industry, mentorship and leadership for our employees, and providing safe and sustainable structures. We are committed to building positive relationships with our stakeholders and increasing accuracy and customer service. We welcome the opportunity to share our ideas and best practices with other building departments. And again, I thank you for the recognition and the acknowledgement in this award.
Congratulations again, Joe.
Thank you.
The PMG Leadership Award is given to an individual or organization for exceptional service in the plumbing, mechanical, fuel gas, and swimming pool spa industry. The 2020 PMG Leadership Award recipient is Richard Grace from Fairfax County, Virginia, a Code Specialist 3. Richard is recognized for his long-term involvement and dedication to the code development process. He has been the PMG Committee Chair for both the Virginia Building Code Officials Association and the Virginia Plumbing and Mechanical Inspectors Association. He is also recognized for his consistent membership of new and younger members. Please join me in congratulating Richard Graves.
Thank you, Shirley. Can you hear me? An audio check. So I'd like to start by thanking Skip Harper, my friend and my colleague for many years, and VPMIA for taking the time to nominate me for this award. I also want to thank ICC's Awards Committee for selecting me, and a special thanks to Carly Higgs for the fantastic communications she's provided during this process. My participation in code development on both the state and national levels, excuse me, along with code training and mentoring I provided, would not have been successful without the support of all my past and present supervisors in Fairfax County's Land Development Services. So I want to thank you all for your support. I especially want to thank Guy Tomerlin for pulling me into the world of code development early on in my career and encouraging me to participate. Guy told me once that if I wanted to know more about these codes, I needed to get involved in the code development process. He was right. Guy's been my friend and my mentor for almost 2 decades now. The number of hours we've spent discussing code language, code intent, and code proposals is too numerous to count. I hope that I have taken his example and made myself assertive and available to other code professionals in our industry in order to inspire and mentor them as effectively as Guy's done for me. Finally, I want to thank all of the members of the Virginia Plumbing and Mechanical Inspectors Association for all their hard work and volunteer participation to better Virginia's code community and those communities beyond Virginia's borders, along with the support that they provide to me and our organization. Thank you so much.
Congratulations again, Richard. The Chapter Merit Award recognizes a chapter that distinguishes itself through activities demonstrating the Code Council's goals and objectives. This year's Chapter Merit Award recipient is the Oregon Permit Tech Association. For years, this group has worked hard to remain involved in and heavily promote Building Safety Month. They have established a robust training program for the Permit Tech certification exam, and they remain actively involved in their region's legislation. The group has also worked extremely hard to increase recruitment of Code Council membership with the chapter by more than 25%. Please join me in congratulating the Oregon Permit Tech Association. Accepting the award on behalf of the chapter is Association President Tiffany Bowen.
I would like to acknowledge our wonderful board, first of all, Brooke Cooper, Michelle Leinberger, Serena Locke, Reagan Trapp, and Deanne McGaugh. These ladies have kept our association running through this pandemic, all while working full-time, going to school themselves, as well as homeschooling our own children. We've been able to continue business as normal and quickly switch gears from an in-person conference that we do every year to now offering webinars without missing a beat. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be as successful as we are today. We'd also like to thank our fellow associations, including Permit Technician, Region 2, OVOA, SOICC, and SPECULIST, for their endless advice, mentorship, and support, as well as our Oregon building officials and building departments, for not only their encouragement, but also supporting their permit techs when it comes to education and certification. OPTA's main goal is the education of our permit techs, and our jurisdictions here really understand that the best thing you could do for your department is to have a well-educated and a certified permit technician. We would also like to thank the ICC board and the award committee. We're a really small group that works hard to promote permit techs, not only in Oregon, but all over the U.S. And your acknowledgement is just more motivation for us to keep continuing. Finally, we'd like to thank our members. Our numbers are continuing to grow every year, and without all the support of them attending our conferences and our classes, none of this would be possible.
Congratulations again to the Oregon Permit Tech Association. The Chapter of the Year Award is our highest award bestowed upon an ICC chapter. It recognizes extraordinary performance by chapter in promoting the goals and mission of the Code Council. The 2020 Chapter of the Year is the Code Officials Association of Alabama. From outreach programs to more remote areas of the state, a scholarship award and a focus on expanding certifications, fostering education, and certification for safe codes and construction has been a pillar of the groundwork for the COAA. Most recently, these activities have included going out into areas underserved by code training to show officials and contractors how homeowners can save money through improved techniques. A well-deserving group for this prestigious chapter award. Please join me in congratulating the Code Officials Association of Alabama. Accepting the award on behalf of the association is President Tim Jordan.
Hi, Tim, can you hear us? There they are.
And excuse the technical difficulties.
Catherine,
Yeah,
I think they have,
just about to mention that.
if you can unmute them if they can't.
I'm unmuting you guys right now.
Oh, here we go. There.
There
There they are.
All right, so here we go. So thank you, Shirley, for announcing the award. Thank you, ICC and the awards committee for choosing us this year. Sorry. I'd like to have an opportunity to introduce you to the COA family, starting with our Vice President, Philip Crump.
Philip Crump, Vice President, Shelby County, Alabama.
Hannah Bryant, Treasurer, Evanston, Alabama.
Heather Goggin is not able to be with us today. We miss her. She's from DECA. She's our secretary.
Board member Eric Waddell, Athens, Alabama. Jeff Copeland, City of Opelika. Carol Williams, City of Mobile. Paul Antoine, Mobile County, Alabama. David Hill, Sergeant at Arms. Barry Falls, Direct Board Member and Vice President of Region 9. Dale Hall, Immediate Vice President. Richard Broom, City of Denver.
So I'd like to take this time to put special thanks to our past presidents, Rick Stallings, Alan Boswell, David Hill, Paul Antoine, and Dale Hall, for all that they do in coming to meetings and serving and just help to give us direction on how to be a better chapter. Our ICC family is Mr. Dominic Sims, Alan Boswell, Mike Savage, Carla Higgs, Selena Horton, Crystal Body, Jessica Franklin, and our ICC instructors, Terrell Stripling and Tim Ryan, that make our conference educational opportunities so valuable. Mr. Ron Peaster for the help that he's given to COAA this year, and then our special friend, Mark Roberts, Regional Governmental Representative, that gives us special attention and takes care of us, gives us resources and contacts when we need those come about our way. Our state agencies are so important to us that give us training and education that bridge those gaps between us, the contractors, home builders, architects, engineers, and everything, include the State Heating and Air Board, the Alabama Gas Fitters and Plumbing Board, the Home Builders Licensure Board, the Home Builders of Alabama, Architects Board, Engineering Board, our Energy Division, Indoor Air Quality, and also the LP Gas Board, along with utilities, with Alabama Power, that help us, like I said, provide that training opportunities that's really special to us. Our vendors and educational providers, there's so many of them to thank, but we have 34 for our conference schedule this year, so we can't thank them enough. We know our conference doesn't happen without them. We're really thankful for 150 plus members strong of COA members and all that they do to help with our membership. And also the special thanks I'd like to say to our local leaders for the jurisdictions that this COA board represents. Without your commitment and allowing them to serve on this board, none of this is possible. And I'd like to do a special thanks to my leadership in Mobile, Alabama, Mr. Ricky Mitchell, Matthew Barcliff, and Tom Waters. Without these three guys right here, I would not be sitting in this chair today, and I want to thank them. Thank everybody that that's won this award before. We've been at those chapter meetings and seen what it takes to get to this point. So we thank you for showing us what to do, and we're thankful.
Congratulations again, Tim, to you and your team and all the members of the COAA. The ICC Community Service Award recognizes outstanding service that promotes public health, safety, and welfare. The 2020 recipient of the Code Council Community Service Award is the Mansfield, Texas Volunteer Program headed by Priscilla Sanchez. Priscilla has worked as a code compliance officer and supervisor for more than 25 years and has made it her life's work to serve her community. She was fundamental to development of the Mansfield Volunteer Program, which met the need with civic groups, faith-based organizations, and social service agencies, ultimately providing a safe environment for all. This program has made significant strides in improving community and the environment. Please join me in congratulating the Mansfield Volunteer Program.
I don't know, I can't seem to get the video to come on, but I think you can see me. First of all, I want to thank ICC, the Awards Committee, for picking the City of Mansfield. And I want to thank the City Council manager, the City Manager and the City Council and the volunteers for being a big part of the Community Service Program. Without them and backing me up, I don't think this program would be successful. I mean, it's unbelievable the things we do here together as a group. We're a team, and having a team it's incredible what can be done here. I said one thing I've learned is kindness is free. So the way I look at it, when you have kindness in you, your heart opens up, and there's nothing that you can't accomplish with that. Our volunteers we don't put any age limit on there. We'll take the little ones up to whatever age you're still able to come out and utilize your skills out in the community. And like I said, this program I wish people could come to the City of Mansfield and just see the work that is being done here by our volunteers and just working together. But I want to thank y'all, and like I said, thank the City Manager and the City Council for allowing this program to flourish, and hopefully it will continue to flourish and get bigger than what we have now. And thank y'all.
Congratulations to the Mansfield Volunteer Program. The ICC Educator of the Year Award recognizes excellence in promoting educational advancement of the building safety profession. This award is given in memory of Brent Snyder for his calming and inspiring leadership. The 2020 Educator of the Year Award goes to Charles Clauston. Charles dedicated most of his professional life to provide education training to those in the administration and enforcement of building codes. He founded the Building Professional Institute in his home state of Texas, which has become recognized as one of the top 4 training events for building code professionals in the United States. BPI has worked very closely with ICC Learning Center to provide quality instruction to code administrators, plans examiners, building inspectors, fire marshals, permit technicians, architects, engineers, contractors, and all the trade-oriented disciplines of plan review and inspections. Please join me in recognizing Charles Clausen, the 2020 Educator of the Year.
Shirley, thank you very much. Thank you, committee and ICC. I'm honored and truly humbled by this award. It's really special to me because Brent Snyder was a personal friend of mine and a longtime friend. I'm sure Brent would say, as well as anyone involved in education will tell you, it is a team effort that makes all this possible. I have been fortunate to steer the ship and just keep the motor running. The real credit really should go to both Building Professionals Association of Texas and the North Texas chapter of ICC. They have volunteered countless hours to make BPI what it is today. You know, our first BPI was in January of 1993. So our planning began in early 1992 with our partner, University of Texas at Arlington, and my dear friend, Dr. Johnny Mathis. Dr. Mathis worked with me for over 25 years until his recent retirement. Starting with one institute, we've grown to 4 different institutes across the state. I'm sure that increased numbers is probably why he retired. As for me, I believe that education is the foundation of what we do as municipal, county, and state officials. We would have little need to print the various code books and supporting documents if we don't teach the content. With education, we will become more consistent in our application and interpretation of the codes across the nation. I've been impressed with how ICC has expanded its role in outreach in the construction industry across this country and its outreach to other nations. And I believe the educational program has been a major component of that, and I completely support what they're doing. This past week, we had our first experience with virtual training at our Central Texas BPI. And as educators, this is relatively new, but probably the new norm. We learned a great deal by this experience and plan to adapt this type of training in our future BPIs. I say that only because we need to find new ways to reach and teach as many people in the construction industry as possible. Change is hard, but not impossible. As educators, we just need to make it available. Shirley and members of ICC, I've been around the construction industry for well over 50 years. Some would say I've probably been here too long. With that being said, each day I get to work with instructors, students, and the volunteers of BPI. It's a real privilege for me. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Charles. The Robert W. Gain Fire Prevention Leadership Award is presented annually to recognize career achievement by an individual who has demonstrated exceptional leadership and long-standing dedication in support of fire codes and fire prevention. This prestigious award honors the memory of Chief Robert W. Gain. The 2020 Fire Service Award goes to Lee Wheeler. Chief Wheeler has had a long and distinguished career of more than 50 years in the fire service industry. He has been a key contributor to the advancement of the Uniform Fire Code and was instrumental in the consolidation of all codes to form the International Fire Code. The ICC Fire Service Membership Council gave some insight in his recommendation for Wheeler and said, Chief Lee Wheeler provided the vision, leadership, and unwavering commitment that forged the International Fire Code from the Code Council's legacy fire code. In short, Chief Wheeler is the Robert Gain of our generation. Please join me in congratulating Lee Wheeler, recipient of the 2020 Fire Service Award. And I'm sad to say Lee's unable to make our event today, but he sends his sincere thanks for the honor. We'll have more information on his award on the award page. Congratulations again to Lee. The Gerald H. Jones Code Official of the Year Award is given to an individual whose contributions advance the code enforcement profession and mission of the Code Council. The award is presented in honor of the founders of the 3 model code organizations, Albert H. Baum, M.L. Clement, and Phil Roberts. The 2020 Code Official of the Year is Valerie Evans. For 19 years, Valerie has served as a visionary leader in the Southern Nevada building community. She has become known as an innovator around the region, and Valerie is responsible for creating North Las Vegas self-certification plan review program and created a residential video inspection program, which has allowed citizens and contractors to complete projects more efficiently and allows for quicker inspections. This video inspection program served as a model for other larger jurisdictions in the Las Vegas Valley. Valerie also oversaw recent code adoptions that have made North Las Vegas a safer place. Please join me in congratulating Valerie Evans, 2020 Code Official of the Year.
Valerie, can you hear us? looks like there we go.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so then I get to say that again. I just want to congratulate all of the award winners for all of the prestigious awards that the International Code Council offers and recognizes across the board. And it is my honor and my privilege to accept the Gerald H. Jones Code Official of the Year Award on behalf of the entire City of North Las Vegas team. My team and the team at North Las Vegas is the Building and Fire Safety Division, and that includes the fire inspectors, the building inspectors, all of the plans examiners, and the Permit Application Center, who are really the recipient of this award. Our development community here in North Las Vegas that brings business and employment opportunities into this jurisdiction, they have been instrumental in the relationships that we have had the opportunity to foster so that we could create processes and programs that keep development moving forward and that make life safety and code compliance a top priority. The self-certification and plan review program and the remote video inspection program are just a couple of the examples of the way we look to increase efficiencies and to make the process of development a team effort. The program continues to change at the speed of business, and as we run through this COVID pandemic and we move forward in our business model, everything just continues to change at the speed of business and go faster to faster. The North Las Vegas team will continue to find ways to be more efficient and customer-friendly while being a part of the built environment. I'm very blessed to be a part of North Las Vegas, and I want to thank you again for this honor. I got the bug from code development back in 2009, and I've been kind of running with it ever since then, and I'm just honored and privileged to accept this award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Valerie. The Excellence in Public Safety Award is given to a member of the building industry who demonstrates integrity, professionalism, and dedication to public service in the interest of public safety. The 2020 Excellence in Public Safety Award goes to Stephen Tafoya, MCP, Building Official, Director of Fayette County, Georgia, Department of Building Safety. According to his colleagues, based on his 33 Code Council certifications alone, Steve Tafoya raises above and beyond all duties, assistance, and leadership required of him daily. His implementation of a paperless plan review permitting software started in 2016, helped his country combat the COVID-19 teleworking obstacles easily. Steve empowers people to be the best they can be with his dedication and drive. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the 2020 Excellence in Public Safety Award, Stephen Tafoya.
Steve, can you hear us? Steven, can you hear us? Oops, this went off mute. Let's try this one. I tell you what, it looks like we may be having a few technical difficulties. I'll reach out and we may can circle back to Steve in a few moments.
Okay. All right. When we get those difficulties worked out, we'll let Stephen give his speech. But congratulations again. In case we can't get them worked out. The National Leadership in Sustainability and Energy Efficiency Awards recognize outstanding contributions to the growth and enhancement of codes or public policy espousing the principles of the ICC Sustainability Membership Council and the Institute for Market Transformation. This year, we have two recipients, the City of Santa Monica, California, and Brad Smith from the City of Fort Collins, Colorado. The Sustainability Membership Committee has submitted a video with their remarks to honor the recipients.
Hello, I'm Greg Johnson, Chair of the International Code Council's Sustainability Membership Council, or SMC. The International Code Council's National Leadership in Sustainability Award recognizes outstanding contributions to codes or public policy advancing the principles of the ICC and SMC in the fields of energy efficiency and sustainability. This year, we are pleased to recognize the City of Santa Monica, California for its achievements and sustainability in the built environment. In 1994, Santa Monica was one of the first cities in the country to develop a sustainable city plan, implementing landmark strategies to reduce citywide greenhouse gas emissions. Santa Monica was also one of the first cities in California to introduce a solar PV requirement for new construction, and was the first city to introduce a net zero energy building code for residential construction. In public-private partnerships, the city has worked with the West Side Energy Partnership and Southern California Edison to replace thousands of fluorescent and metal halide lamps with LEDs, saving millions of kilowatt hours. Santa Monica has also led in water conservation and has developed policies and rebate programs to reduce water use in buildings and landscaping, introducing a water neutrality requirement which allows development to occur without increasing the amount of water used citywide. Santa Monica, thank you for your contributions to a better world for all of us. I'm pleased to introduce Jim Sayers of the International Code Council's Board of Directors for the presentation of the award.
Thank you, Greg. As Greg said, my name is Jim Sayers, the Director of the International Code Council and Board Liaison to the Sustainability Membership Council. It's always a pleasure to be able to recognize the achievements of an exceptional member of the ICC, like the City of Santa Monica. On behalf of the Board of Directors and membership of the International Code Council, it is my honor to present the City of Santa Monica with the National Leadership in Sustainability Award. This award is presented in recognition of the city's significant contributions in advocacy, leadership in the development of codes and standards, programs, and public policy in the areas of energy efficiency and sustainability in the built environment. Congratulations.
We have one more video to share. I will get that started.
On behalf of our City Council, our outstanding staff, and our sustainability supportive residents, thank you to the International Code Council for this recognition. The City of Santa Monica is pleased to accept the 2020 ICC National Leadership in Sustainability Award. We were one of the first cities to adopt a sustainable city plan back in 1994. Last year, we augmented that with an ambitious climate action and adaptation plan, recognizing that sustainability goals have become even more urgent. Santa Monica aims for an 80% emissions reduction by 2030 and full carbon neutrality by 2050 or sooner. Now, we realize that goals like that require prompt and decisive action. Almost 2 years ago, we helped create a regional electricity provider called the Clean Power Alliance, which now delivers most of our energy from 100% clean, renewable resources. Our city appreciates the work of the ICC on sustainable building codes. We've passed code requirements for solar PV, EV charging, net zero energy, water neutrality, and building electrification. We anticipate upping our electric preferred energy code to mandatory electrification by early 2022. To demonstrate that sustainable building makes economic sense, we this year completed a new City Hall East designed to achieve the Living Building Challenge certification. It came in on time, under budget, and will save the city millions of dollars over its 100-year life. Again, from all of us in Santa Monica, thank you for this award.
Hello, I'm Greg Johnson, Chair of the International Code Council's Sustainability Membership Council, or SMC. The International Code Council's National Leadership in Sustainability Award recognizes outstanding contributions to codes or public policy while advancing the principles of the ICC and SMC in the fields of energy efficiency and sustainability in the built environment. This year, we are pleased to recognize Brad Smith of the City of Fort Collins, Colorado, for his achievements in energy efficiency. As an energy code compliance specialist, Brad has had a substantial impact on energy use in buildings. Brad's responsibilities include everything from advising plan reviewers to ensuring construction follows plans in the field. Brad troubleshoots complex construction issues and communicates reasonable solutions to allow builders to meet their schedules. Brad has hosted a series of builder and trade-focused workshops to educate on commonly misunderstood aspects of the Energy Code. Partnerships include alignment with the local Home Builders Association and other organizations. Brad organized and managed a code compliance study in the city of Fort Collins, which quantified the rate of energy code compliance and the associated impacts of noncompliance. The study also identified key areas to prioritize while working both internally with plan examiners and inspectors, and also externally with builders and the trades. Mr. Smith, thank you for your contributions to energy efficiency and a better world for all of us. I am pleased to introduce Jim Sayers of the International Code Council's Board of Directors for the presentation of the award.
Thank you, Greg. As Greg said, I'm Jim Sayers, a director of the International Code Council and board liaison to the Sustainability Membership Council. It's always a great pleasure to be able to recognize the achievements of an exceptional ICC member representative like Brad Smith. Brad, on behalf of the Board of Directors and membership of the International Code Council, it is my honor to present you with the National Leadership in Sustainability Award. This award is presented in recognition of your significant contributions in advocacy, leadership, and the development of codes and standards, and programs in the area of energy efficiency and the built environment. Congratulations.
What a silver lining to a challenging 2020. On behalf of myself, the team at the City of Fort Collins, the building community, and the citizens of Fort Collins, we thank you for this award. The hard work put into making our neighborhoods sustainable is a collaborative effort and a testament to the determination of the entire community. I accept this award knowing that I'm but only one part of a larger, passionate, ambitious, and committed community. I'd also like to thank the City of Fort Collins leadership for their confidence and continued support of these initiatives, and we hope that other communities see our successes and make a commitment to seek sustainability and community resilient codes when given the opportunity. Lastly, I'd like to thank the ICC and SMC for your role as leaders in the code development process and for supporting communities to share their success and trials in an effort to raise awareness both nationally and in the greater international code development industry.
Congratulations again to the award winners from the SMC. The ICC Meritorious Award is granted to an individual who has given unselfishly of time and talent in furthering the development of the ICC codes and standards. This year's recipient for the Meritorious Service Award is Jimmy Wayne Seeley. Unfortunately, Jim passed away in May, and this award will be presented posthumously. In the words of our CEO, Dominic Sims, Jim's influence in the design, codes, and construction industries cannot be overstated. He was recognized throughout his career for his superior work representing our industry on many important issues. Jim embodied the definition of professionalism, was admired by his colleagues, and leaves a lasting impression on our industry and association. One of Jim's close friends, Val Hawes, has joined us to accept the award and share some words on behalf of his wife Phoebe and his beloved Codes family. Please join me in welcoming Val.
Thank you, and howdy from Dallas, Texas. Unfortunately, as has been said, we lost Jim a few weeks ago, and his beloved spouse, Phoebe, asked me to say a few things on his behalf as a close friend and colleague of his since 1966. I intend to be a little personal under the circumstances. Jimmy Wayne Seeley was born different. He knew from a pretty young age who he was. Unlike most of us who were still trying to figure out ourselves, he enjoyed his uniqueness and felt comfortable with his role in life. There has never been anyone quite like him. He was, among many things, a very good architect, an accomplished photographer, an enthusiastic bird watcher, loved classical music, loved Mexico and its culture. He was a craftsman at whatever he was interested in doing. He wrote the book on building codes. He loved being with friends and was an accomplished raconteur and curmudgeon. He was irreverent about, or to, almost anyone or anything, especially fools. And most of all, he loved Phoebe Lou Seeley. A short story to illustrate his style of rare humor. One day in 1970, Jim, a colleague, Jack Yardley, and me were at the Dallas City Hall waiting to see the Dallas city manager. This was, at the time, a very large project, largest the three of us had ever even attempted. And we were all sitting in the anteroom waiting to see the city manager. We all three had our legs crossed over the other, and he looked down and said, "Boy, we are really big shots sitting here in the city manager's office, and all three of us have holes in our shoes." I think at that time, the three of us were making less than $12,000 per year. After working in two different firms together, we went our separate ways, and Jimmy began to focus on building codes. Our professional lives reconnected on several occasions when I wisely added him to our project teams to consult on code issues. I was struck by not only how much he knew and how adeptly he could maneuver his way through the complexities of this highly specialized field. He could always find a way to legally and skillfully achieve the need of the project and to satisfy code officials that his was a proper and safe solution. I found most officials that he went before were clearly trusting in his judgments and suggestions and really almost revered Jim. This was and is a very rare quality for anyone. He became crustier and crustier with age, but the years only made him more like fine bourbon. Never will there be another like him. Jimmy Wayne Seeley, well done, my good friend. You are and will forever be missed. And on behalf of Phoebe Seeley and all of his friends, thank you very much.
Thank you, Val. Jim is greatly missed. And a special thank you to Phoebe Lou for sharing Jim with us all these many years. The Bobby J. Fowler Award is the most prestigious award presented by the International Code Council. The Fowler Award honors the memory of the first chairman of the ICC Board of Directors, who led the charge to consolidate 3 regional model code organizations into one association. The 2020 Bobby Fowler Award recipient is Sam Francis. Sam was a senior director for national programs with the American Wood Council. He's a Council of American Building Officials certified building official and has 20 years of experience as a building code official. He also served on the Ohio Construction Industry Certification Board and the National Construction Inspector Certification Program Test Preparation Committee. Sam has also been very active with model code organizations as he served on various committees with ASHRAE, BOCA, ICC, and NFPA, as well as several state committees in the Northeast. Internationally, he has been a member of the Technical Advisory Group representing the United States to the International Standards Organization, the ISO. Sam has taught extensively on subjects closely related to codes and code development throughout the United States and Canada. He is the author of numerous articles and publications on various building regulation subjects. Please join me in congratulating the 2020 Bobby Fowler Award recipient, Sam Francis.
Thank you, Shirley. I had what I consider to be a mediocre acceptance speech prepared here, but frankly, in listening to the acceptance by all of the preceding, particularly the tribute to Jim Seeley, I'm not going to read it. I'm going to do something else, which is just tell you how meaningful it is to me just to be considered with those people who are the recipients of the Fowler Award. And let me start by saying, when Shirley called me to let me know that I was the winner, nod your head if this is true, Shirley, I was speechless. Let that sink in a minute. I was speechless. And I still am to a large extent. I'm having a really hard time getting my head around being talked about in that group. So one of the reasons I decided to go off script, so to speak, is that I did have some notes here because I'm humbled to be nominated for this. And the previous recipients have all mentioned mentoring. And I must say, this is a key to anyone's success in this business. And I'm flattered that apparently it took when I got it. I can remember about 10 years ago at a meeting, and I won't go into any of those details, but Jim Seeley took me aside and said, "What the hell were you guys thinking about when you did this?" And we had a little conversation, and we realized the error of our ways. But those are the kinds of things that lead to professional development. Now, I'm surprised that it led to the Fowler Award. Among other things, the Fowler Award is for integrity. And those of you who have played golf with me and watched me keep score, well, let's move beyond that and talk about professionalism. And the list of those who mentored me is long. It's particularly meaningful. A few years ago, I sat down over coffee with my wife and just reflected on my career. By the way, in my speech, I said we reflected, but the truth is she listened, I reflected, and then she corrected all the errors. But it's replete with instances of mentoring and encouragement, and that's just a big and important thing. Professionalism is something that we should each in ICC strive for. That's one of the things the Fowler Award recognizes, and I can say that I won't say how many years ago it was, but there wasn't an ICC, and I was at code hearings, and frankly, I was opposing a particular item. And the proponent of that item, after the dust had settled, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was or how it went, but what I can remember is that proponent, who you probably all would remember, came over to me and said, "I really appreciate your professionalism. You went about it in a specific way." He mentioned, for example, you didn't mention my name directly, but referred to the proponent and kept everything on a positive and upbeat message. And that's part of, in the code world, of being professional. And I was flattered by that. I thought recently about the things of which I am most proud. For example, at one of my very first code hearings, Glenn Erickson, as a moderator, ruled me out of order. And the truth is, I was learning. And he later explained to me the error of my ways. And that would have been good enough if he had just let it alone there. But Glenn ruled me out of order in every code hearing after that, whether I was or I was not. And in fact, if I remember right, in his last stint as moderator, he ruled me out of order at that time. And frankly, it just brought tears to my eyes thinking about that. I'm proud of being out of order in the eyes of Glenn Erickson. The whole path of my career has been aided by a number of people. I see some of them on the list of participants here. But let me say that I would never have been sitting here, I would never have had a career that involved ICC had it not been for Michael Cromartie, Superintendent of Building Inspection back at the City of Dayton, where I worked. Well, I guess I should say, where I was employed. Michael has had comments about my work ethic. But Michael changed the culture of that department because prior to that, we just didn't get involved. And things were happening in Ohio. Codes were changing. Ohio, for those of you who don't know, had the first statewide building code law. Now you Wisconsin guys are going to fuss. Yeah, you started enforcing yours before we did. But we passed the law before you did, so get over it. We had the first one. It was a big deal. So as I came into the building department, Michael was superintendent, and he encouraged me, frankly, to get involved and be involved. And I thought, this is great. He sees something in me. He sees that I'm have some skills in this arena. And I found out recently when he was interviewed about this award, he did it because he didn't want to go do it, and he would have had to had he not sent me to do it. So there you go. You never know what course or path your career is going to take. I want to thank everybody involved in my nomination, and particularly I know that I was supported by Jim Seeley. I want to say that one more time. You all heard the immense contribution Jim made. I'm humbled by everybody who was involved in that, truly. And among other things, I want to thank my family. I'm as proud as I am, practically moved to tears over this award. I'm more proud of my grandchildren. And for that matter, they're my children and their spouses. But especially, I have to thank my wife for her support, encouragement, the editing that she did once in a while that helped me get some of those articles you heard about correct. And that's a big deal. A special thanks to everyone who was involved in my nomination, and frankly, I also need to thank ICC staff. Where else can you get the kind of assistance that you would get from them? For example, where else would a senior vice president lean over and say to you, just hit the damn 5-iron from under this tree right up there at the left corner, and then applaud when you're on the green? Only ICC. It's been a wonderful experience. I can't tell you how flattered I am to be the recipient. By the way, there it is, up there in a prominent position on my wall, the Bobby Fowler Award. Thank you all very much. I'm humbled and flattered. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations again, Sam. And congratulations to all of our 2020 award recipients. We thank you for your service. Full bios of all our award recipients are available on the ICC Awards webpage. Thank you to everyone who showed up today to celebrate the accomplishments of our award recipients, and thank you to the Code Council staff that helped this event together. It was an honor to host today, and it's been an honor to be chairman of this. Once again, I want to thank my committee. Wish you all a safe and healthy end of the year, and look forward to seeing you in 2021. And now, if Catherine will give us a few closing remarks. Congratulations again, guys.
Again to all of our winners. We are so proud and so excited to be part of this wonderful community. I know we can't be there in person, but here is a virtual cheers, your happy hour from Joan and I your way. We are going to put this video, it will be available for everyone. Steve, I know wasn't able to speak. We're going to get a statement for him. One big congratulations to everyone. Cheers! Bye all.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Great job, Shirley.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks.